you know, the matter is now sub judice. I mean, so there's a limit to which I can comment on that. I can only state the facts that it is on the processes that I filed at the Federal High Court, Lagos. My prayer before my lordship is that you can't have a situation where you appoint engineer Ernest Undue, the pioneer chairman of National Communication Commission, which was the licensor and chief regulator of MTN. He was the chairman, executive vice chairman of that division, pioneer executive vice chairman, which licensed MTN and regulated MTN for the 8 years or so that he was executive vice chairman. Now he's now the chairman of MTN. I felt my lordship should look at that I think it's an unfair advantage, in the sense that I don't have the scientific data, but I want to assume that the employees in NCC today, up to 60% of them were employed by Undue, and most of them will be loyal to him, whether you like it or not, you know. And then you have a situation where I'm also praying my lordship to consider the fact that you are appointing the pioneer chief executive of Federal Inland Revenue Service, Mrs. Ifweku Omegui Okaro, you know, as a director of MTN. And if you take your mind back, recently in 2023, the Lagos division of the Tax Appeal Tribunal found MTN guilty of tax evasion to the tune of $72.5 billion US, you know. And the period the office of the Attorney General of the Federation inquired into or looked into in terms of tax payment by MTN was between 2007 and 2017, which is inclusive of the term that Ifweku Omegui served as chief executive of FIROS. And I mean, in civilized and decent line, the security agencies, the anti-corruption agencies like EFCC, ICPC, they should call Ifweku Omegui to question. I mean, what happened? I mean, about 4 years of this, and some of these part of this gargantuan amount of $2 million were not paid, either as VAT or as withholding tax, and now you are suddenly a non-director of the non-executive director of MTN. So I am also asking my lordship to look at that, you know. And thirdly, the pioneer minister of communication, Omobola Johnson, is also a director of MTN. And the Minister of Communication is the supervisory ministry that perform oversight function over and upon MTN. So she's also a director. Then thirdly, you find Mohammed K. Ahmad, the pioneer director general of National Pension Commission, also a director of MTN. You see, so like I said, there is apparent intentionality and deliberateness on the part of MTN. In my view, it is left for the court to agree with me or not, that to be appointing people with a regulatory experience, you know, into their board. And I think that, in my own view too, and opinion, would give them an undue advantage. It is like identify all their corporate pains and getting relevant and potent analgesics to relieve those pain. That's what that's the way I look at it. So for that, I decided that, look, this is what put him before his lordship to decide whether my prayers on the merits can be answered. I mean, they should look at my process on the merit and see whether there's merit in it or otherwise. And I'm ready to subject myself to the majesty of the judicial decision of my lordship and the Federal High Court.